Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel for another video on Marvel Contest of Champions. This one is focused on an overview of objectives and also the current objective missions surrounding the Avengers, and also some small aspects of guides to this particular event so that you can get grinding effectively and efficiently when it comes to wanting to get those lovely shards out of the game. Objectives have just recently gone live, and there are some positives to this and also some negatives. Some of the objectives are really for new players that come into the game, and for those that are at the end game type of status where you're a complete veteran of the game and played for about 4 years, you're going to find a huge amount of what they refer to as a compensation package entering your account. So check your inbox. They're not going to be the most substantial of things, but also the fact is they're quite helpful. Also, if you've got this rank up material, is going to help you get some of the objectives if you are one of those end game players. If you want a full list of those that are Avengers, then they can be found here. A link to this is in the description below. So it's important to memorize these things for the point of usage, especially for this event. Okay, so let's look at the major problem for a lot of players. For a lot of players that get new champions, especially Avengers versions, they're looking to really quickly put them up to 330. This is the biggest concern in game at the moment if you want to smash out these Avengers objectives. So if you've 330'd already a champion that's a 4-star or even done a 3-star, the fact is, yeah, you can achieve it, which is pretty sucky. And obviously from Kabam's perspective, their response is that this is a learning curve for them. They need to understand that when they're putting out stuff like this in the future, that they need to really consider all aspects. And at this moment in time, maybe it would be good to think of it in more of a completed sense. So say that somebody has already ranked up an Avenger, that means they've already completed that aspect of that objective, and that would be good going forward. Because let's face it, if this is meant to be targeted at newer players, then yes, a newer player probably wouldn't have an Avenger at 4-star that's higher ranked. But those that are more end-game process of the game, more veterans of the game, would actually have that ranked up. So therefore it would be good to give them that objective as being completed so they can move on to something else. One thing that's a really big positive at the moment is seeing this. So rank up a 5-star Avenger to rank 2. Yeah, that's great, especially considering if you've got something from 2015, you've got a variant gem, you're like, what should I do with this? And the fact is, you can use it on that. Rank 2 is, most 5-stars can be ranked up to rank 2 without being too much of an issue. Yeah, I'm sure people will disagree with that, but the fact is, if you've got one, you've got a 5-star, it's an Avenger, you can rank to it, then yes, it does force your hand. That is a negative. It forces your hand in your rank up materials. But if you've got a spare gem lurking around, you're like, I don't know what to put this on, should I be saving it? Are you doing any damage waiting around? By the time you've ended up waiting for the champion you've ended up going, right, well, I could have used that rank up materials on something else. So it could be a good option for you to force your hand to put it on something that's kind of good. Also in the future, I really hope that we get some sort of champion index you can sort by hashtags. Just so it makes the process of this a lot more easier, because you can go for a lot of times assuming, like you could assume that Stark Spidey is an Avenger, but in fact he is not, which is annoying. But the fact is, it'd be nice to have that level of sorting so you can then go, right, well, there's the list there. And being one of those players that is a little bit veteran, it does mean that the 4-stars that I have available are quite limited. But maybe this might be an ideal time for Kabam to give out rank down tickets. Just saying. I think the best advice I can really offer is for those that have an Avenger type or one of each of types, so like a Guardians of the Galaxy, a hero, etc, etc. The fact is, keep it at rank 1 just in case in the future this is a thing and therefore you're unable to really get that milestone. I'm going to have to really think clever as to how I end up sorting out getting that particular type of objective completed. It may even be a case that I might opt to sell something or sell a champion that's an Avenger and hope that at a later date I'm able to pick it up in order to complete this. Like for example, would I have to sell an Ant-Man and hope at a later date that I pick him up in order to get this particular objective completed? Where's he gone? Is he microscopic? Can't see him. Unfortunately for what I've seen so far, you can claim it, but you have to then claim it in order to trigger the next objective. So when you're done with an objective, claim and then go again, because you're not able to like stack them up, just keep going. It's like a constant grind. You've got to go back, claim, and then continue through. Kabam also encourages us to do dungeons, which is not something I'm a massive fan of, but I may even choose to just do the most pointlessly easy maps, rooms, whatever, and just get it done and dusted. If not, it's a case that I'll just take my strongest champs that are Avengers and go through dungeons and just get it done, because I'm not a massive fan of dungeons, but I guess I've got to do it. With upcoming quests on Wednesday, where it's a very Avengers specific, these two here, the defeat Avengers in 10 quest fights and also win 10 quest fights using Avengers, could be really darn good for your grind, and also getting these completely smashed through. It's important to look out for these things and going, right, well, if it's very Avengers specific, then I'm going to be able to use them. So therefore I'm able to do them. But also it's not specific to these particular type of event quests. You can also do it in story mode. So if you're doing anything with Act 6.1, Act 5, Act 4, whatever you're doing at the moment, this can be really good. If a lot of you have lead strong champions that are Avengers, this is going to be great. But there are limitations to what you have. If you've not pulled a 4-star, 3-star or 5-star version of an Avenger recently, then this could be a bit of a sticking point for some of the other milestones. In particular with your luck here, how it lies with the 3-star, the 4-star and the 5-star version. And people could even be waiting about 40 odd days in order to try and get their luck to get it. Like, it's not always the case you get it. I'd love to get a Corvus. We all would love to get a Corvus. Is it going to happen? Probably not. But the fact is, you just have to think about the ways around this, and you might have to say to yourself, I may not be able to achieve these ones here. It could be a bit easier for myself based on the extent of 3 stars that I get, and as well with the 4 stars. So I'm pretty happy and pretty content that I'll get that. The 5-star version, I could get that. There's a good chance. There's every possibility I could get that kind of version. A 5-star version of Avenger. But for a lot of players, they may find that they've not even got their first 5-star yet. Kabam would like to state that this is all about progression route, and it's not going to be for some, but it could be for others. But it does go back to what we were saying earlier, the fact that maybe Kabam have to think a little bit more about these objectives. And yes, it is the first time that they've done this, but they need to look at how this integrates with other content, especially considering those that already have 4-star versions at higher ranks than 2 to achieve the milestone, which isn't going to be great. And the same thing can be said for those that have 5-star versions of Avengers, which they've already put past rank 2. I guess there now is a plus side for me leaving this champion here and not rank 2ing it. But the less said about my 4 stars, the better. I guess this event lasts for 43 days. There is and will be a lot of positives. I'm personally looking forward to collecting a lot of these particular crystal shards and doing a big opening when we come close to the end of this event. But I am looking to smash this event out as quickly as possible, just because I want to do loads of crystal openings. Don't we all? The fact is there's some alright stuff, but the drop rate's a little bit trollish, so do look out for it. If you think you're going to get a 5-star awakening gem, if you think you're going to get all the tier 5 basics that you want, the percentage is quite low. So it is basically a chance to get something not really that important. My top tips for those that are grinding this event out or taking it incredibly seriously, especially from an endgame perspective, you will have a great time doing a lot of things with dungeons, the arena side of things, getting a 3-star, getting a 4-star Avenger from crystals, and even the 5-star. Also, you will struggle when it comes to ranking up. If you've got to get a lot of champions, then rank 2ing a 4-star, that is going to be incredibly difficult, especially in my perspective. If you're sharing that same problem, that getting a new 4-star, that's an Avenger, and able to rank to it, it's going to be difficult. It may be a case you may decide to sell a 4-star. I may even consider selling my Ant-Man, which I do say you should never sell champions. But if I want to get that particular last milestone, then I will do it. If not, I'll give it a complete miss, but we'll take it from there. For a lot of the players doing arena grinding, it will be across the board. You'll be able to be fine with the Avengers in 20 arena fights. And as they continue, then you'll be able to do that quite easily. Also, using an Avenger, that may be a little bit difficult, but do bear in mind there's 2-star, 3-star and 4-star versions, so that could be very helpful. Also, the questing side of things, that is going to be fine as well. I think it just seems to be the rank ups that will be a real substantial issue. Do bear in mind 43 days should be enough for those players that are coming up the ranks and trying to be more veteran in the game. You'll find this a little bit more easier than those that maybe are endgame, which is kind of weird to consider. But if you're getting 5 stars regularly, then it's a case that you may have that luck to get a 5-star out of that. And at the same time, if you're looking to then rank up a champion, maybe start with that Avenger to begin with. Rank 2 is not going to do any harm to your roster for a 5-star, so it's going to be a pretty, hopefully, simple and straightforward event. It's good to encourage those new to the game and also incentivize them to continue on and grind. I'm quite enjoying this as a side little thing, but also do bear in mind to claim as you go, just that you refresh and kind of go to that next objective. Right guys, so that has been the video. What I might do is do a very special live stream where I look to grind out certain objectives and make that the kind of focus of that particular stream. So do look out for that. Make sure to subscribe with post notifications on so you get notified when I'm doing this, and I'll probably do special thumbnails and probably upload those streams. I'll let you know when I'm doing them just so you can see my progress throughout that particular mode. In any case guys, thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, then hit the like button and subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions based content. Catch me on the Discord server, link is in the description, and if you like what I do here on the channel, then please consider joining and hitting up the join button to become a member. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. I've been RichTheMan. I shall catch you in the next one. Bye bye for now.